2026 is right around the corner, just a few short weeks from today, and it's going to be here before you know it. But are you prepared for it? What is your plan? What is your vision? What are your intentions, your goals for 2026? Well, Ephesians 5:16 says, "Be careful of how you live, not as unwise, but wise, making the most out of every opportunity." Well, what does that mean? It means that you're supposed to be living every day with intention, preparing, growing, working hard, increasing yourself so that when those opportunities are presented to you, you are ready for them and you're not being foolish and wasting all the time so that if an opportunity comes your way, you are not prepared for them at all. So, how do we use what is left of December for a launching pad to make a successful 2026? Well, I'm going to tell you how to do that. There is 4 key ways to do that, and we'll just dive in with number 1. And that first one is seek Him first. Because if you don't do that, you're going to have a far less successful year, and it's going to be far even more hard than it would be that if you didn't seek Him first. So how do you seek Him first? He says, when you seek Him first, all of these things will be added unto you. It's for your benefit. He tells you that, seek me first and I'll give you all of these things. So it's think of it as like planting seed in the ground so that you can have a phenomenal harvest at the end of the season, at your end of your 2026. So when you read the word, it renews your mind. It helps reduce anxiety and stress. It increases clarity and focus. You're able to hear His voice and know that and have clarity on the plans that He has for you, His will for you. It says He has a purpose for each and every one of us. He's written a book for each and every one of us. When we seek Him first, He opens the book to us and He reveals those pages to us because we're seeking Him. So the more we do that, the better our year is going to do that. We should start every day with Him, seeking Him first, so we have clarity for our day, clarity for our week, our month, our season, so that we can have a successful harvest. Number 2, what we need to do is we need to make a plan. What is the vision? We have to have one. If we don't have a target, if we don't have goals set, if we don't have a plan, we don't have a path. There's no place to go. If you fail to make a plan, you fail to succeed. So in Habakkuk 2:2 says, write the vision, make it plain, so that the one who sees it can run. So Bible straight up says you have to have a vision. You have to put it down so that you can have a successful outcome. And that's one of the first things that I like to do. And before I start my new year. So I buy myself a journal, I buy myself a planner for the new year, and I start by what are the outcomes that I want to have for my new year. Okay, what are those things? And I write them down. And also, you be specific about what those things are. They should also be uncomfortable. They should be way out of your comfort zone, because the bigger you have your dreams, the bigger your goals are, the more they push you and drag you out of your comfort zone, the more you become, the more you grow, so that when you do achieve those goals, you are you've become the person who can actually handle those big dreams, audacious goals that you have set for yourself, because you've thrown them way out of your comfort zone. So you become this whole new person. What's the time frame that you want these goals to happen in? So, starting from 2026 you want to have met these goals, say, by the end of the year 2026. And then when you've come up with a time frame, then you're able to specifically say, well, this is a time frame. So this is the things that I have to do. That's the next thing. What are the things that I have to do to achieve my plan, my vision within the specific time frame that I have set? So you write the plan, you make it plain. And this helps to launch you into your new year. You go into your year with a plan. You go into your year with a vision, and then your clarity becomes, you have more clarity as you go through your new year. Number 3 is just as important as number 2. What is it that you need to do? Number 3 is, what do you need to let go of? Okay, so one of the things, I read this book called, I didn't actually complete it, but I got through a good portion of it. But the book is, and it's a really good book, I recommend it. 10X is Easier Than 2X, and it's by Benjamin Hardy. And he has a story in there about Michelangelo, and they were asking him how it was that he created the sculpture, the David, and he said, well, I just removed everything that wasn't David. Which is exactly what you need to do for your vision for 2026, is remove everything that does not support that vision. So what would that look like? So there's bad habits that you have had, that you've made. You've got these habits, and you know what they are, that do not support you in your new vision, your big audacious plans and goals for 2026 that you've set for yourself. So you make a decision that you're not going to any longer do. You're going to remove those bad habits, and you're going to create good new habits. Okay. What are the distractions and the things that break your focus and take your attention and would pull you out of being able to meet these goals and this vision that you've set for yourself? You have to make a decision to take away those distractions so that you can achieve your purpose. What is it you need to let go of? Maybe that's other people's things that you're doing for them, their plans that are helping them meet their purposes and their goals, but they have nothing. They're not supporting your plans or purposes at all. You need to learn to say no. There's also, maybe there are things that you have been doing career-wise or purpose-wise, and God has been saying you need to let that go now. You are in a new season. The season that you're in currently has come to an end, and you need to let that go so that you can launch into 2026 and that you can, create your David free from the baggage that you have been pulling with you that is no longer yours. You need to let that go so that you can have a successful harvest in 2026. What are the people that you need to remove that can completely drag you out of the purpose that God has for you? You need to limit, put boundaries, or completely remove them, because you know who those people are, and they can be a complete anchor to you if you do not put in those boundaries so that you can have a successful 2026. So just as important as what you need to do is what you need to let go of. And then the fourth habit is, the fourth thing that you need to do is, what new habits do you need to put in place to support your 2026 vision and your personal growth so that you can succeed? One of the important things to have is, and some people debate this, I do not, you need a routine. You get up at a set time every morning, and probably that needs to be earlier than you're getting up now. You go over your day. You make sure that you have your plan set and clear for your day. You have reading that you do that helps to grow you, and knowledge that's key for what it is for your purpose and your goals. So you increase yourself by reading or listening to podcasts. You have that set into your routine. You have health goals set into your routine, exercise and healthy eating, which supports you so that you feel good and you can think clearly and you have energy so that you can meet your goals and your vision. So these are things that you put into place to help, good habits to support you so that you can meet your vision. Another thing is systems that you put into place. There's things that you do maybe in your purpose that you have, the repetitive, and you can create systems that can easily do it for you. And I really highly suggest, AI is here and it's not going anywhere. So whether we like it or not, we should use it to help us put some of these things into place that would, clear up our time. There's AI agents, ChatGTP. They can create systems for you to make things get done faster, easier, and free up some more of your time. So get used to, diving into AI and learning these new things. It takes some time, but then once you've figured it out, it vastly increases the amount of time that you have because you've created systems to give you more time. So, lastly, here, I'll say this. I think these next handful of years, this is my feeling that it's pivotal years. These are critical years that you commit, you decide you are a serious person. You care about the purpose that God has given you. And you care about, he says, who shall I send? Well, if you have not committed and you have not decided and you're not spending your time wisely to be prepared for the opportunities, God has to pass you up. And that opportunity that he had for you, he has to give to another person, not because he wants to, but it's because you haven't prepared yourself to be even able to handle the things that he has for you. So this is the time, this is the opportunity. Become serious, put that plan in place. December is your launch pad for 2026.